Auzubillahiminash-shaytanir-rajim. Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. Class 10th, Subject Physics, Unit number 10. Today we will discuss about the waves as a energy carriers. So, here is the topic: waves as carriers of energy. Energy can be transferred from one place to another place through waves. For example, we have a stress string. One end is with fixed point and other end is in our hand, so there is a p point by which we can denote that point will be a move up and word. So we when we shake the stress string up and down, we provide our muscular energy to the string. As a result, a set of waves can be seen traveling along the string. The vibrating force from the hand disturbs the particles of the string and sets them in motion. These particles then transfer their energy to the adjacent particles in the string, and energy is thus transferred from one place to the medium or to the other in the form of a wave. The amount of energy carried by the wave depend upon the distance of the stress string from its rest position. That is, the energy in the wave depends upon the amplitude of the wave. Here this is the amplitude. The highest distance from the mean position is known as a amplitude. Here, like you can see that the first amplitude is this, second is this, third one is this. These are the amplitude. Okay, the energy in the depends upon the amplitude of the wave. If we shake these string faster, we faster we give more energy per second to produce wave of a high frequency, and the wave delivers more energy per second to the particle of the string as it moves forward. So this is the simple example, and other example you can take. Here I'm telling you some more information that energy traveled in the direction of the in this direction. So here the distance between the two consecutive crusts, or you can say that of that is denoted by lambda, and that is known as a wavelength. So this is the example by which we can conclude that the waves as a carriers of energy. So another example, here we have another example, that is a water tap, and there is a cork on the water wave. So we dip a pencil up and down continuously in a water tap, we will create a waves. Like in this direction there is a cork, and cork will be move up and down continuously when the water waves strike to it. So here we can also say that we provide a water waves as a energy carrier. As we increase the speed of the pencil dipping in and out, the water will increase their speeds, and frequency will be increased, so it move faster up and down when the frequency of the water wave increased. Similarly, alternately, we can say that if there is no a water wave, so it cannot move up and down. This is also the example of a water waves as a carrier of energy. Water waves also transfer energy from one place to another, as explained below. Okay, here is some useful information that generating a high frequency wave requires more energy per second than to generate a low frequency wave. Thus, a high frequency wave carries more energy than a low frequency wave of the same amplitude. Another useful information that earthquake produce waves through the crust of the earth in the form of a seismic waves. By studying such waves, the geophysics learn about the internal structure of the earth and information about the occurrence of a future earth activity. Okay, now we will discuss about the relationship between the velocity, frequency, and wavelength. In exam, there is another term by which this question comes to V is equal to F lambda. Prove that V is equal to F lambda, or if we can say that there is a question like that, prove that equation V is equal to F lambda. So, wave is a disturbance in the medium which travel from one place to another and hence a specific velocity of traveling, and this is velocity of wave which is defined as velocity is equal to distance over time. Here we have a relations wave in a disturbance in a medium which travel from one place to another and hence a specific velocity of the traveling. Velocity formula is distance over time, and distance is denoted by d and time is denoted by t and velocity is denoted by v. So if time taken by the wave in a moving from one point to another is equal to the time period, then the distance covered by the wave will be equal to the one wavelength. Hence this relation can be written like this. Here, if time t is equal to time period and the distance is equal to the one wavelength that is noted by lambda, then the relation v is equal to lambda over t. But we know that the time period t is the reciprocal of the frequency, and frequency reciprocal of a frequency. Time period is reciprocal of a frequency. Now by putting values of this into this relation, then we will get the value v is equal to lambda over 1 over f. We know that in the dividend the third term will be multiplied to the first term, so it can be written like this: v is equal to f lambda. So this is our relation that we have to find, that the relationship between the frequency, velocity and wavelength. Here this is our topic.